and welcome to the Teaching Corner. Today I wanted to talk to you about public versus private therapy. So in our last video we talked about public versus private testing, and I'll put a link to that down below. But if your child is found eligible for special education services in the public school setting, they will be able to get those services free to you during the school day on campus, and that could either be where they have a special education teacher in the classroom co-teaching. It could be in resource where they get pulled out of their classroom for 30 minutes, an hour at a time for math or reading, or it could be where they're in a self-contained classroom. And again, all of that happens on campus and it's free to you. So why would you choose private therapy? Well, if your child is not eligible for public school services, if they didn't fall under one of those eligibility categories, but you feel like there is still difficulties going on, and maybe you've gone and had testing and you now have a diagnosis, you can seek out a private therapy for your child. This is something that you will have to pay for out of pocket. Check with your insurance depending on your child's diagnosis. Sometimes they can receive those services, or you can get it at a discounted rate. Sometimes all you have to pay for is the co-insurance, or sometimes they will get X amount per year that they, like if they need physical therapy or occupational therapy or speech therapy, something like that. This is something that you do have to do on your own time, but it is something where they will see anyone that is having difficulty with something, and they will continue to see them until you feel like you've reached the goals and they have been, those difficulties have been resolved. So another big benefit for doing private therapy is that you can get it one-on-one. So sometimes in public schools, if it's a resource setting in a public school, they may have 12 kids when they're doing their resource time. And if you've ever tried to teach 12 kids at one time and they're all at different levels, that can be difficult. So this can really be tuned to them, geared towards that particular child and their particular need. I one time explained it to a parent like this: if I have a child for 30 minutes and I average asking one question per minute, which I probably ask more than that, but just to say for an average, if I ask one question per minute, that gives your child 30 opportunities for their brain to be engaged and for them to answer the question. If I even have just 3 kids in that small group, you have now taken it down from 30 minutes to 10 minutes. And what I've seen happen even with just 3 children is that when I'm asking this child a question, these 2 kids have zoned out and are no longer paying attention. So it gives you the opportunity for some really specific child-centered instruction that's really geared towards your child. So I hope that was helpful. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.